In the building today, we got my man Isaac Leo. Isaac, what's happening, bro?
What's good? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Chilling. I'm a little hungover right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
What'd you do last night?
I went to this little birthday party event thing, and yeah, I got a little turnt. But
here we are with another one. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, man.
Dope. Well, real quick, walk us through what your name is, where you're from, how old you are, a little background information.
So my name is Isaac Leo. Artist name Isaac Leo. I'm from Germantown, Maryland. I'm 31 years old. I've been making music for close to 15 years, I want to say.
Wow.
Wasn't as serious as I am now. I was making beats. I started making beats first, I guess you could say, and then I was doing that for a while, engineering a little bit, and then I got into rapping probably in my early 20s.
Okay. One of my questions was definitely going to be, I wanted to know how you got into it.
So I come from a family of musicians, right? I used to play drums and stuff like that growing up. My cousin's the one that got me in the beats. So he was in a reggae band in Cali, and he was on Fruity Loops, making the beats. So when I would go out there and visit, he just got me into. It's my first time smoking a bong, so I would just get high as fuck. And I
guess the creative juices flowing.
Tripping balls in his room while he's making beats on Fruity Loops, right? And then I loved it. And then I went home and I just got super into it. And then I used to just make beats every day, all day after school and shit. And
so you grew up doing some drumming, and then years later you go into the beats, and it probably just kind of flows naturally, huh?
Yeah, as far as the rap goes, I mean, it's I guess probably not everyone, but I feel like a lot of producers at some point or another try to rap. You know what I mean? Of
course. And fill in the pocket, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I think what really got me into taking rap a little more seriously was I did a producer project with my homie Jake Crawford, and I was supposed to produce the whole thing, he was supposed to rap, and I ended up rapping on 3 of the tracks, and then from then on I just got better and just got more into it.
For sure. What were some of the artists that were being played when you grew up, in your household when you were young?
So when I was real young, my dad used to just play a lot of different stuff. We used to have a old record player, so he liked a lot of different stuff, but he got me into some of the funky stuff early on, he'd be playing James Brown, Stevie Wonder, and shit like that. And then later on he was kind of into he played bass, so he was into Chili Peppers and stuff. So I always loved that funky shit, you know what I mean, and sampling. I basically got real into sampling. I still am, but so that's early on. And then as I got a little older, you remember LimeWire?
Of course.
Yeah. So actually, I remember Napster was obviously the first one.
LimeWire.
So I used to just download, just destroying the family computer or whatever. But
viruses and all types of illegal stuff. But
I don't know.
Music.
Yeah, I'd say early days of rap is Outkast. Nas is probably my favorite rapper, and then random was Fugees.
Okay.
And then I got into a little later. I got more into underground stuff. It was you know Jedi Mind Tricks.
Actually, I might. I feel like the name is familiar.
Who's the other dude? They were more underground, right? But okay. I was really into their they had these crazy samples they would use.
Okay.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
And then I mainstream stuff. I used to listen to old 50 and obviously Eminem and then if we go a little later, then it was J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, Kendrick, Drake.
Of course.
I like everything,
Yeah. So it seems like it kind of started with the 90s, early 2000s hip hop.
Yeah. I used to be strictly pretty much hip boom bap, mostly hip hop head, and I used to hate on Drake. And then I realized that he's dope. And then I actually went back and this is later too, after he was famous. I went back and listened to all his old mixtapes. I was like, damn, he's actually he's fire, and he makes he actually was making hip hop shit. I just didn't know that. And then I also you got to change with the times. I learned to it was when it changed from just rap to more melodic rap. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Where it's at now, basically it's both, but definitely a lot of melodic rap.
So do you feel like for you the golden era was kind of the 90s, 2000s, or do you feel like on the contrary, now that you're making music and becoming more of an artist yourself than you were back then, do you feel like maybe this is kind of the golden era of hip hop? What do you think?
That's a good question. I mean, I would say maybe the golden era would be like, was that time as far as like the classics, you know what I mean? 2000s, I would say. But there's so much dope shit now. It's just there's a lot of content out there, so you either got to find it or be a fan, you know what I mean?
There's a lot more than there was, and it's being thrown in your face, so I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say it's still, I mean, I don't know. I think it's still just alive and well, just as good as it was before. It's just, there's a lot of people doing it. You just got to find the dope artists,
Absolutely. I'm curious to know a little bit about your creative process from the time that you have an idea from the start of a song to then seeing it finished as a finished product.
Right.
Walk me through that process a little bit for you.
So I don't really have one process, you know what I mean? I don't know if people do that, like they have to have like a thing that they do every time, but mine's kind of random. A lot of times, to be honest with you, what inspires me will be listening to other shit. So like I'll be in the car and I'll hear something really dope and I'm like, damn, I want to go to the studio and make something like that. You know what I mean? Or then I'll hear a different style and I'm like, I want to make something like that. And then I'll go to the studio and either if I make the beat, I'll start by making the beat. And a lot of times if I make the beat, then I'll start thinking of melodies while I'm making the beat. And then I'll kind of like, my problem is I'll kind of rush the beat because I want to lay down some shit already. But then like
that. You're eager to make the song happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that.
So I gotta go back sometimes and touch up the beat and like elaborate more on it. But yeah, that's kind of like the process as far as that. And then if it's like if other producers, I might just go through beats and see what I'm feeling. And a lot of times I'll kind of come up with a melody or a hook first, and run off of that. You know what I mean?
For sure. All right. What would you? Just random question. What do you think is the best hip hop album this year? What was your favorite? And the year's about over, so.
Whew, that's a hard ass question.
Probably the final answer, most likely.
It's really hard to say. I hate saying this because I get a lot of comparisons to this person, but I just fuck with the fact of everyone that he got on that the new Rush joint, right?
Yep.
Chomp
2 that came out like a couple days ago, right?
I don't know if I could say it's my favorite because he just dropped it and I've been listening through it, but man, it's hard. The beats are insane, and then like he just got every classic hip hop producer or artist that you can.
I've only seen the track list, so I saw there was like Benny the Butcher was on there. I think DJ Premier was on there. He had like
Ninth Wonder, Snoop Dogg, Wale, Big Sean.
Respect.
What's his face? Yeah, hella people. But it's just crazy to me that independent person can get these people, and it's like he's not. I don't know. It's a good album. I like it. It's like it's more on some more. It's not a lot of singing shit. It's more on some hip hop shit, and
for sure,
it's dope. And the beats are fire. I love like good production.
Absolutely. And you're also the type of guy who's working on your own vocals. You're producing your own tracks, so you got to be able to respect somebody who's out there having a hand in all different aspects of it.
For sure.
Yeah. So you record your own vocals and you mix your own vocals, right?
Yeah, everything.
Trained engineer.
Yep.
That's dope. Do you always produce your own tracks or?
No. So I when I started out, I was, because like I said, I started making beats. So I was pretty much strictly making my own beats in the beginning, and then like it kind of changed. I think when I almost got more into the lyricism. Then, I mean, I still love making beats and creating and stuff, but I really like writing and I really like rapping / singing or whatever. So I think now it puts me in a different place when I go on someone else's beat. It's like, because I can't make all types of beats necessarily, like.
For sure. So
it puts me outside of like my comfort zone, or makes me just make a different type of song going on other people's beats. So I do about half. Like my last album I dropped, like full album, it was called Inner Demons, and it was 14 tracks, and I produced half.
Dope.
So I did half, and then the other half was either like I try to get people, producers I know, but some were just random.
Just internet people.
Joints, yeah.
Yep.
But,
Dope. Inner Demons on Spotify now. A little plug.
Yes, sir.
So let's take it a step back. You said you started sampling. You produced for your friend or for a buddy of yours, and you ended up rapping on it.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel like that was the time when you kind of felt like music is my career and like my purpose, or was it a little bit later that it hit?
I'd say it's a little later. I mean, it was still like my passion, 100%. You know what I mean? It's what I was doing, but I wasn't like, okay, am I gonna do this full time all the time? Because I was still working other jobs, doing all this.
Okay.
I think when it really I'd start to think I could do it was when it's about 4 years ago. I think now I kind of worked with this little minor label thing and signed a contract and did this thing, and I was like, all right, at this point they recognized me enough in my skills that they wanted to work with me. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That was when I was like, all right, I think I can do this. And then that had some benefits to it. It didn't end up like working out exactly like I liked, so we parted ways. But after that, I knew what I was gonna do, and then I just got better and better and better, and just still getting better.
There it is, of course. I think last but not least, I just want to hear what you just dropped, what you're planning on dropping, what are you working on? You dropped a song like today, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I literally just dropped the song.
Yeah. What's
Appreciate
it called?
It's called Down.
Down.
It's called Down. So I mean, I just dropped that song. I usually don't like do last minute drops. I like try to plan for it, but this one was I wanted to drop before the end of the year, right? So coming to New Year, push it, and I have this thing going on where to get on Hip Hop Nation on XM Radio. So that was
word.
I wanted to have it out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want it getting plays and then people couldn't go look it up and stuff like that. So that was kind of the reason I dropped it like randomly last minute. But I also, right before this, I just dropped a song and a video with my boy Dill Croydon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you peeped that.
I know Dill, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Word. So yeah, that was
What's the name of that?
That one's called Tight as Fuck.
Tight as Fuck.
Tight AF.
Tight AF.
Tight
Yeah.
AF. Video's fire, shout out my boy Top Flight, he kills it. But yeah, so that's I basically kind of just dropped 2 singles right in a row.
Word. And then, so check out those 2 singles. We got our own track coming soon, so you guys gonna hear that soon. But anything else that you're working on that you want to let people know, or just in the future that you got coming out?
I mean, I have so much stuff. I'm kind of trying to figure out in order how I want to drop things. But I'm sitting on about like 4 videos and an album. But I got these singles I want to push, and then eventually, hopefully maybe like February or something like that, we might be looking at dropping this album.
It is.
Yeah. For sure.
Boom. Your boy Isaac Leo at Mount Envy.
Yes, sir.
Bah!